Nicholas Montez, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. I'm so excited to have y'all back here together again. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing the next part of my series, Journey to Thor: Love and Thunder. And today we're talking about the next Taika Waititi film, Jojo Rabbit. But before we do, I think it's best to talk about the film that came before Jojo Rabbit. The reason why I'm making this video, and really the first Taika Waititi film that I have actually ever seen. Okay, so for me, this is actually the first Taika Waititi film that I've actually ever seen of Thor Ragnarok. And when they first put out the trailer, I was like, this looks really fun. And then I saw it in March of 2018, and I'm like, this is so good. I mean, the way that, because like the first two Thor films, they had two different directors, with like the first Thor being directed by Kenneth Branagh, which I didn't really think that movie was good, and then Thor the Dark World, I thought that was actually really bad. I mean, it was good at first, it was good on first watch, but then you watch it again, not exactly as good as the first time you watched it. Then with Thor Ragnarok, with this film, he changed the whole franchise, where he basically made the stuff of the destruction of Asgard and Hela killing all these people, and he made you actually like want to have fun with that. Along those same lines, the color scheme of everything, with the color scheme of Zakar and all the action sequences that are happening throughout it with Thor and the Led Zeppelin soundtrack, all that's great. Even the characters, they do it well with Korg and Valkyrie, Loki, even the Hulk, and even Jeff Goldblum as the Grandmaster. So, I mean, they handle all this stuff, and even with Surtur they handle, even though he's not in the movie as much, played by Clancy Brown, Mr. Krabs. You got Kate Blanchett as Hela in here. All of this, the whole movie works as a great story. The humor works, and while a lot of people complain that this movie, like, does too much on the humor, that it doesn't really have time to do those dramatic moments, but I feel like it does, because you can have fun, because it has the dramatic moments but you can have fun with it at the same time. That's my favorite part about the movie. So overall, I absolutely loved Thor Ragnarok. All right, now let's talk about Jojo Rabbit. So for me, the best thing about when it comes to this film is, of course, really just the cast. I mean, of course, they cast Taika Waititi as Hitler himself. They cast Scarlett Johansson as this girl, which I have to say, I was really surprised by her performance in this film, because she starts off as having this, like, this German accent, but then she switches into, like, a man that, like, she pretends to be, like, this kid's both parents. And I'm like, this is actually pretty cool. So I actually liked Scarlett Johansson's performance, and I like how it was kind of something different from her. You also get Rebel Wilson in the mix. You also get the guy that played one of the kids in the new Home Alone movie from about a year ago. So the cast in here is actually pretty good, and I actually do like it. And then of course, I think the other thing you gotta talk about here is just the style of Taika Waititi. You can see it throughout the entire film. So those are real, and then of course the special effects of the war stuff. That's of course awesome. However, there are a couple issues though, so let's move on to the bad. And the big problem here is that the story itself is kind of confusing. Because we are going through this story with this kid during World War II, and to be honest with you, I just never could understand what this whole story is. And like, he's with Hitler, but then he's also kind of a good guy, and there's even this like disrespectful thing about Jewish people, and like that they're scared and all this. Like, it's just weird in the way the story is told. And then likewise, the final sequence, like one of the final sequences, is when the kid literally kicks Hitler out the window, just like a simple kick out the window, like no strength required. He just kicked him out the window. I'm like, I remember seeing that on YouTube, but I'm like, Like, how is that possible? How did he do that? I don't even think a normal kid in real life can do that. I feel like they just use movie magic to do that. But yeah, those are all my issues here. And then even the scene where Sam Rockwell, like fakes that he was joking about not liking him, like, that's just messed up. That's just messed up there. Okay, so that's everything I have to say about Jojo Rabbit. Before I give my final score, be sure to tell me down below what were your thoughts on Jojo Rabbit. Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Or are you tween? Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section below. With that said, let's get all my scores. Alright, so that's it for my scores, but we're not done here yet. We have one more thing to do before we end this video, and that's to talk about some, we're going to be updating my, Taika Waititi ranking. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so that's it for my scores. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All my social media stuff is in the about section over there. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.